This episode is dedicated to I_need_cookies. May you reach your dreams and catch them.
Rusty Quill presents The Magnus Protocol. Episode 24, Raising Issues.
Come in. Good evening, Gwen. Take a seat. You wanted to see me?
I'm ready.
Excuse me?
I'm ready for my next assignment.
I believe I was quite clear when I explained that you no longer hold the externals liaison position.
You were?
Yet here you are, once again, making demands.
I understand now that I may have mishandled myself previously, and I may have more to learn than I thought.
Go on.
But I've had some time to reflect, and I can do this. I know I can.
That doesn't change the fact that I cannot, in good conscience, give you your former role given everything that has happened. It would be irresponsible.
I'm not asking you to give it me. I'm asking for the chance to work for it. To earn it.
I see. Then I will require you to be honest. You have been deeply troubled by your interactions with our externals thus far. What has changed?
I have had some time to consider the situation, and I've decided I'd rather be on the inside.
You believe working in this role would be less dangerous than simply quitting? That it could afford you some protection?
Am I wrong?
There is an upcoming visit from the new minister. You will assist me in humouring him and expediting his departure. If you are able to do this without further complications, we can discuss your future position here. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
Good. Then get back to work, and close the door properly on your way out.
Thank you, Lena.
NabSafe Nanny Cam. Registration 977470. User Patricia Spaulding. Recording 29/02/2024.
There we go. Recording. The health visitor said it wasn't a good idea, but I wanted to remember everything that happens with Rupert, especially given how little I remember of the birth or the pregnancy. The health visitor says that's normal. I'm already completely smitten with him. He's perfect. His perfectly little round head, his chubby cheeks, his little plum-shaped chin, and his eyes. I read that eye colour doesn't really settle until they're older, but the way he looks at me with these big black orbs staring right back at me, it makes my heart just burst with joy every time. He hasn't been giving me much sleep, of course, the little bugger. But that's to be expected. The health visitor said it was going to be like that for a while. According to her, he needs to eat every 4 hours, so I need to try and sleep when he's sleeping. It hasn't been easy, though. I need to do a better job of keeping time, but I'm pretty sure he's eating more often than that. A mum needs to be there for her little one, no matter what hour of the day it is. No matter what it takes, I'm there for Rupee 24/7, even if I'm not getting much sleep during those 24. Rupert did this darling little thing earlier where he stuck out his cute little tongue at me. It was so long and thin and curly and just adorable. Made my heart burst with love all over again for this wonderful little thing.
First recording ends. Second recording.
I think there's something wrong. I don't know what it is. It's possible it's me, or it might be something else. I feel weird saying it out loud. I've started hearing things. Strange sounds. There's only me and Rupert here in the house, I'm sure of that. The sounds haven't been the same either. Sometimes they're moans, sometimes they're barks, like a dog that's far away. Definitely not sounds another person would make. I've only heard them on those rare times when Rupert will stay by himself a little bit, dozing. I feel like I'm going crazy. Oh, I shouldn't say that word. That's one of the lessons from the mum support group. You never use that word to describe yourself. The instructor had a long chat about postpartum depression and what to watch for, but it's not that. I just need some sleep. Rupert keeps feeding like he doesn't know where he's going to get his next meal from. I've been trying to follow their advice, the support group. There's this lovely girl there, Celia, really helpful, and Rupert just loves her, always wants her to hold him. He's so good at the group, always puts his best face on, he never cries or snaps at them with those sharp little teeth. I feel a bit self-conscious, though, when I see one of the other mums staring at my bandage. They don't seem to need one. Still, the health visitor says every baby is different. I tried using a dummy, but he just let it fall out of his mouth. He looked at me with such hunger in his eyes. I tried formula after that, but he still wasn't having it. He's right, I suppose. He's so clever. I'm going to admit something now. Just to you. Rupert's in the other room sleeping for the moment. Sometimes I think there might be something wrong with Rupert. No, that's stupid. Now that I've said it out loud, it's just silly. I think it says more about me than him, probably because I haven't been getting enough sleep. Maybe I do have postnatal problems. I'm going to have to remember to mention that in our next support meeting.
Second recording ends. Third recording.
Things are dark right now. Bleak. I know it's been a while since I did a recording. I haven't been feeling that well lately. Still making sure to take care of the little one and feed him when he's hungry, which feels like all the bloody time these days. But things just feel so heavy right now. And slow. Moving around is painful, and I always need more bandages. Thank God for the health visitor. It's all about Rupert, though. He's the one who needs everything perfect, so he can keep growing and become a perfect little boy. I don't matter as much. I'll start taking care of myself again when I need to, eventually. I've skipped the last 2 support group meetings. Just haven't felt up to going. It's such a chore packing up all the things Rupert might need. Nappies and wipes and baby powder and creams and extra clothes and burp cloths, and it's all so bloody much. Much better to just stay here. Me and my little Rupert. all we need is each other, and that's it. The lack of sleep is really getting to me, though. I do get some at least, but I'd like more. Rupert just keeps needing to eat, and feed, and feed, and eat. At this rate, I wonder how much of me will be left. I love it when he looks at me when he's feeding, and then he gives me this big smile. This morning, he got a smear of blood on his cheek, like he was wearing makeup. Just made him look more beautiful. Makes it all worth it. And he's made me feel all better. Just looking at your cute little face, Rupee, brings light to my dark world.
3rd recording ends. 4th recording.
I really need some sleep. I feel so drained. Rupert keeps getting his feedings. Not gonna change that. Can't change that. Has to eat. I have to eat too, so he can eat. I had a strange thing happen today. Very, very strange. Rupee was in his crib, in the room where he sleeps sometimes. And when I came in, on the wall was this. The shadow was wrong. I couldn't scream, though. I couldn't wake him up. I turned on the light to make it go away. And when the light came on, it was gone. And there was Rupee, sitting up in his crib, looking at me, watching me. The health visitor says it's normal. They're here every day now. It's such a help. Rupee? You hungry again? Come on. Come here then. The arm this time? Okay.
4th recording ends. 5th recording.
I don't know what's happening to me. It all feels dark. Like it's black clouds all the time. I can't remember when I last had sleep. I think days. It all feels too heavy to move. So I'm sitting all the time, but I've got Rupert on my lap, so he can eat when he wants. He can have me, my all. He's what's important. I don't know what's going to happen. There's not much of me left. I'm so scared. But at least Rupee's happy.
All set?
Just about.
You're right. You sound nervous.
I mean, maybe a little, but it's good nervous, I think.
Good. Let's go and shake some answers out of people.
You're way too excited for this.
Heading off?
We are, yeah.
And before you ask, yes, we've cleared our cases for the night.
Cool. Listen, Sam...
And no, we haven't asked Lena if we can leave early. It's not like you ever do.
Would you shut up and listen? Look, I need to talk to you both.
What's wrong?
I don't think you should go.
Really? This again?
Go on.
It's Gwen. She's not okay.
We noticed Not really much we can do about it, though. And since when do you care?
Since it became clear that something really bad is going on.
What happened?
It's the, externals.
Those contractors she's been working with?
No, well, yeah, but it's more than that. They're not human. It's bad. Bad. People have been killed, and I think one of them might be targeting us.
What?
I'm serious, alright? You remember that woman I found?
Yeah?
Well, I think it might have been one of these externals. There was this tape recorder, and Gwen said she saw...
Tape recorder? What are you... Look, Alice, I know you don't like me looking into this stuff, but killer tape recorders is weird, even for you.
I believe you.
What?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, after everything we've been seeing coming through the system, it makes sense.
It does?
Is it really so hard to believe that something is hunting us back?
I suppose it's not impossible. Okay, so let's say, just for the sake of argument, that we believe you. What are we supposed to do about it? I don't know if you noticed, but we're not exactly equipped to fight off monsters or evil VHS tapes or whatever.
You could stop poking your nose in where it doesn't belong for a start.
Oh, so it is about that. I knew it. Look, if you are right about this, and I'm not saying that you are, surely that only makes it more important to figure out what's going on.
Are you serious right now? None of this started until you joined and started kicking beehives.
Or perhaps you just didn't see it. I'm with Sam on this one. I don't think ignorance is going to keep us safe.
And the Magnus Institute is involved. I just know it.
I'm just trying...
But that doesn't mean we can't be careful. Take precautions. Watch each other's backs. Right? Right?
Yeah, right.
I guess that'll have to do.
Cool. Then I guess we've got a tube to catch.
Keep an eye on him.
I will.
Celia, come on. We're going to be late.
Shit.
Your phone recording?
Oh, good.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Fisher, is it? Good. Please take a seat. So I understand you're hoping to enroll your son, is that correct?
Yes, that's right. We've heard very good things about St. Luke's.
Well, that's what we like to hear. I assume you've completed an application already. Good. Well, once we've got that, you'll be asked to come for a tour with,
Humphrey.
Humphrey. And you'll have a chance to meet some of our staff.
We'd also like to know a little more about you, if that's all right.
Me?
We know St. Luke's is prestigious, but I think we both know that what really makes an exceptional school is the person calling the shots, right?
Well, you're not wrong. Though I'll remind you I am only deputy head. Mr. Donaldson technically runs the school, though he's not on site today.
So, what's your history?
Excuse me?
You'll have to excuse my husband's bluntness. He works in finance.
Oh.
What he is trying to ask is if we could please know a little more about your background before coming to St. Luke's.
I see. Well, I've been in charge here for almost 5 years. This is my 4th educational position and my 2nd deputy head role. I was also nominated for a Pearson Award for my previous work at Edgecroft Academy.
That's very impressive.
And before that, you were a teacher. Any work or experience at other academic institutions?
I do have actual classroom experience, if that's what you're implying.
I think my husband is wondering what it was that led you to working in the school system.
I was raised with a respect for education by a pair of academics. I am told that children like me, and I've always held the opinion that the world would be a better place if everyone just thought more. Is that sufficient for your husband?
Yes. Thank you.
Are you sure? I may be able to rustle up my old school reports. A vaccination record, perhaps.
Have you ever been involved with the Magnus Institute?
What? No, I don't... Is that a school?
Sort of. Maybe.
Well, I've never even heard of it. What is this about?
How about the police?
Huh?
I'm sorry, what has that got to do with anything?
Good question.
I'm just wondering. Holding so many positions of responsibility, did you ever consider becoming a police officer?
I did not. Look, Mr. and Mrs. Fisher. I suspect you may have me confused with someone else. Regardless, our time is up, and I have other places I need to be.
No, yeah, of course. Sorry.
Thank you so much for meeting with us.
Mrs. Banks will show you to the main entrance. Any further inquiries about enrollment should be directed to our admissions department.
Of course.
Good day to both of you.
Well, that could have gone better. What was that police stuff about?
Thought I remembered something from the file. Guess I was wrong. Anyway, come on. Humphrey's waiting for us.
Who? Oh, right, yeah. Humphrey.
The Magnus Protocol is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 international license. The series is created by Jonathan Sims and Alexander J. Newall and directed by Alexander J. Newall. This episode was written by Alex C. Tellender and edited with additional materials by Jonathan Sims and Alexander J. Newall, with vocal edits by Lowry Davies, soundscaping by Tessa Veru, and mastering by Catherine Ranella, with music by Sam Jones. It featured Billie Hindle as Alice Dyer, Shahan Hamza as Samama Khalid, Anusia Battersby as Gwen Bouchard, Lowry Ann Davies as Celia Ripley, Sarah Lambie as Lena Kelly, with additional voices from Alexander J. Newall. The Magnus Protocol is produced by April Sumner, with executive producers Alexander J. Newall, Dani McDonough, Linn C., and Samantha F. G. Hamilton, and associate producers Jordan L. Hawke, Taylor Michaels, Nicole Perlman, Cetius the Raven, and Megan Nice. To subscribe, view associated materials, or join our Patreon, visit rustyquill.com. Rate and review us online, tweet us at @TheRustyQuill, visit us on Facebook, or email us via mail@rustyquill.com. Thanks for listening.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex C. Tellender, writer of the episode you just had in your ears. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun writing it. Well, fun and being a bit scared. If you did like it, you might want to hear some more of my work. I make the Ostium podcast, about a hidden town where there are no people but lots of doors that lead to different places in space and time. I also make the Circe podcast, which is sort of Lord of the Rings, except with a gay sorceress named Thyra on the planet Albion. You can listen to Ostium or Circe by following the links in the show notes, or head over to rustyquill.com.
I discovered the secret town of Ostium. The secret town of Ostium. It's now 3 a.m, and when I wake in the morning, I'll prepare myself, bring those bolt cutters, and return to that town of Ostium. I'll get it open and find out just what this strange place called Ostium is all about, and why it called to me. Tomorrow, I will go through one of those doors, one of those faces of Ostium, and I will find out what the hell is going on in that strange town.